Well, hello everyone, and welcome again to our 100% free Formula for Success webinar. And yet again, we're going to have a fantastic presentation on a great topic. And today it's 5 simple steps to losing 14 pounds in the next 14 days. And decided to do this one because it's very topical at the moment. Because now as we hit September and the summer months are now over, I'm sure most of you are a little bit worse for wear, some more than others, after the last few months of the summer, most likely overindulging on food and drink and also not being as active as normal. Like, would that be right? Many of you would be able to relate to that. Just type a wire into the question box so we kind of know where everyone's at. And it's typical for people to break out a bit in the summer months, and as I said, that's pretty normal. And there's nothing wrong with it. Again, I always quote people on the key thing of control and switching on and off. That's the key thing. Learn to switch on and off. So on and off the right time. So like to myself, I've pretty much been on holidays for the last 3 weeks or so. So for the last 3 weeks, I've pretty much done what I wanted. But again, right from yesterday, it was back on track, 100% back on the wagon, as I say. So what we're going to cover, as I said, is 5 steps to losing 14 pounds in the next 14 days. Now, one thing to clarify, it depends on the situation. I'm pretty in shape most of the time. So, I want 14 pounds to lose 14 days, but I will lose my excess, which at the moment I probably would lose about 7 pounds. So it depends where you're at. If you're someone who's heavy, so quite a few stoner, just in excess of 43 pounds or what should be, that's where it is possible for you to have something as achievable as 14 pounds, 14 days. So you need to look at your situation, set a realistic goal. That's something that's important as well. So Kira is providing solutions, and that's what we do with our Formula for Success webinar. We're looking to provide you with the solutions to the problems that you guys have. And this is one big one in terms of trying to get in shape and get in shape fast, and to clear up all the BS that's out there, and clear up all the crap. And supposedly the supposed experts are sharing with you, where you're reading it, where you're seeing it online, whether you're listening to it, maybe you went to events and heard it. But the reality is, so much stuff that people have been told is just not true. It is just not the right facts. And it's just important for me that I share with you what actually works. That's the bottom line. That's, again, what I'm passionate about, is sharing the truth with people. The people like you can live vibrant, fulfilling lives. You can get in the shape you want. It's this great kickstart. It's a great kickstart to have, that if you can get 14 pounds or whatever the excess is that you've got right now, if you can shift that in the next week or two, just imagine the difference that's going to make in how you feel. It's going to be phenomenal, the difference. So one thing as well that I want to stress to you is, our webinar focus here is on, losing pounds. But I want you to see the big picture as well. This is not just about the fancy side of things, but remember, look at the impact it has on your entire life. Getting in better shape and having a better mindset. It impacts things like your relationships. It impacts, of course, how you feel, your self-image, your self-esteem, how you approach things like performance-based goals, what you look to achieve, whether 10K, 5K, it could be a marathon, Ironman, any of these things become more possible. So he's joining up in a boot, I spoke to yesterday, his targets now for next year to do some 10K races, and I haven't done that in 8. But that's the possibility if you get yourself in the best shape of your life. Professionally, the impact professionally is just huge. If you get the best mental and physical shape that you can be, your best life will go through the roof. It will have a phenomenal impact on it, because how you feel and how you look has a big impact on your self-esteem. It's just a big impact on the way you think, okay? And the way you think determines out how productive you are and what you're going to do and how productive your days are going to be as well. So it's really important that you, focus on this impact and focus on what this can do for you. And then the wealth side of things, wealth creation. We all want to live, very vibrant, fulfilling lives. It takes a certain degree of wealth, and that's different for everyone. The financial level you want to have is, again, different for everyone. Some want to be millionaires, some want to have 100 grand. It's different for everyone. What's the kind of lifestyle you want to lead? And that lifestyle will determine how much money you need to have then as well. So it's important, again, to impact that in the right way. And if you aren't in the right mindset, not in the right body, you're not going to achieve that. Okay, so it's really important, again, to just see the big picture, that it's all of these different areas that getting great mental and physical shape will help and will impact. Does that make sense to everybody? You just clarify for me if that makes sense. You can just type a Y or an N into the question box. Because what I believe in these webinars is, to keep things very interactive. It's very important that, I know that you're getting something from this and it's making sense to you, and that you're going to implement it. It's really important that you're going to implement it, because that's the bottom line. That's what I want for you to achieve out of all of this. Okay, So it's all about, again, embracing life and living fully. That's what we all want to live, life by half. It's a huge part in how well you're going to live life, how much you want to embrace life. Key thing is control. Getting control, and education is what gives you the power to control, because then you have a decision. Like after this webinar, it's a decision whether you are going to implement these points I'm going to make or not. So that's what taking action is all about. If you take action, if you take real rapid, big action, it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to ultimately end up in your results. And taking action, if you actually take no action, that's again taking action because it's inaction, if that makes sense to you. So your results are going to be terrible then. But if you take massive action by implementing, even if it's only a couple of the tips that I'm going to share, steps I'm going to share in this webinar, implementing just a couple of them, it's going to make a huge difference to your results. So it's key again that you be ready to take action on it, because this is the point of being on these webinars. Okay? So everyone ready to find out the different 5 steps, because the bottom line again, it comes down to you. It's all about you and where you're going to take the action on it. This is going to be great information, but it depends on whether you take action on it and do it or not. So I hope you're ready. So the first step we go through is something very simple, and it's water. Simply as a glass of water. Anyone realize how a glass of water can have such a massive impact on your body? A glass of water is actually a huge factor in achieving whatever body image you want to have. You may want to look like either this male or female, or you may want to look like nothing like them, maybe not as extreme as that, or maybe you want to achieve something more extreme. It doesn't really matter. But if you want to get to your ideal body shape, whatever that may be, water is a key component in achieving it. And if you don't have adequate water, you're not going to achieve it. That's a simple fact. Because water has so many properties and so many benefits. And the reality is we're actually 75% water. Okay? And if we haven't got enough water in our system, our body can't function as it should. Everything in our body relies on water. Everything. Every aspect of it. Every one of our systems inside our body, they all rely on water. And if you don't have enough water in your system, then the body can't function properly. So it's really crucial for you to get adequate amounts of water into your system every single day. And what I say to you in terms of quantity, like let's get a gauge here. How much water are you drinking each day? Just type into the question box there. How much water are you drinking each day? Let me get a gauge of what the attendees are drinking here. So just everyone, just quickly type in again. The more you engage, the more you're going to get out of this, okay? Okay, we've got a very broad spectrum. So everything from a pint or 2 of water at the moment up to a height of 5 litres, 2 litres, 1.5, 2.5, 2 glasses, 3 pints. Okay, great. And keep typing if you are. Because what I want you to do is take for where you are right now and add on more water. Add on 50% if possible. But definitely, like if you're drinking 1 or 2 glasses a day, start drinking 3 or 4 glasses a day. If you're drinking 1 litre a day, start drinking 2 litres a day. If you're drinking 2 litres a day, maybe go to 3.5 litres a day. Personally, I drink 6 litres of water a day. Okay? Now, to most of you, that would sound, wow, there's no way I can drink that much water. It's all about creating a habit, creating a lifestyle. I didn't always drink 6 litres of water a day. 6 litres of water probably started realistically about 18 months ago. Before that, it was maybe about 3 or 4 litres a day. But the more I've learned about water, the more I understand how important it is and how it's actually the most important first step to any achievement you want to make in your body or your health or performance. Whatever it is you're trying to do. It doesn't matter if you're an athlete, if you're just a person who just tips away and wants to do a bit of exercise. It doesn't matter what you are, who you are. If you don't drink adequate water, oh, it's just going back. If you don't drink adequate water, you're not going to achieve the results that you want to achieve. Okay, so it's really important for you to put that effort in. Okay, let's get to the next slide. I don't know how it went backwards there. So let's look at how water impacts fat loss, how it makes such a difference. And first thing I want to focus on is the words fat loss. It's like when I said pounds. I said pounds in the title, 14 pounds. And we want to lose fat. Fat is what our goal is. Okay. Now, in your next 14 days, and if you lose 14 pounds or 7 pounds, or someone might lose even 18, 20 pounds, depending on your starting point, it's fat you mainly want to lose. In that initial burst of weight loss, pound loss you're going to get, there should be a lot of toxins, there should be a lot of water retention, all getting out of your system. But in general, I want you to really start focusing on fat loss. Fat loss is what you want to achieve. And long term, this is again what you want to achieve from water, okay? Fat loss, not weight loss. It curbs your hunger. It's a very important thing for you to start doing is to drink enough water, to drink enough of it throughout the day, but also as well as that, to drink water about 30 minutes before your meal. Because a lot of the time when people are eating or they feel hungry, they're actually dehydrated. Most of the time people are dehydrated, not actually hungry, just to think they're hungry. It's mistaking the message, because the message you get in your brain is actually the exact same. Okay? The brain can't differentiate between is this hunger or is this thirst. So what you should do is 30 minutes beforehand, drink plenty of water. This is an important tip to do for the next 14 days, but also in general. Because what it will do is it'll make you less hungry, and also it means you're going to eat a lot less in the meal as well. So it makes a huge difference. It makes you feel full, because it is filling your stomach. Okay? And like I said, a lot of the time people are thirsty, not hungry. It makes you replace sugary drinks. Okay? A lot of people are drinking their Cokes and their Fantas and their 7-Ups and flavored water, all the different sugary drinks, and then you throw in terrible things like Powerade or Red Bull or Gatorade for Pete's sakes. These things are toxic. These things are so bad for your body. And if you're taking a lot of these substances, they're actually going to make sure that you're not going to lose pounds. They're going to make sure you're going to stay in bad health. They're going to make sure you're going to retain the fat that you've got in your belly. Because for most of you, I'm sure, it's the belly you're looking to lose fat off, because that's what most people are always looking to lose the fat off. So if you're looking to make a big impact there, start replacing your sugary drinks with water. So if you're a big Coke drinker, for instance, stop drinking the Coke. At least start decreasing it and start replacing with some water, okay? Because, as I said, they make a huge difference in terms of how much fat you're going to lose, okay? So water, 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 huge difference. So as I said, replace. So think even up to this point, if you were to eat less each meal because you felt satisfied and you had felt you'd eaten adequate and you felt full, how many calories are you saving per day? If you replace your sugary drinks, which when you take in a sugary drink, one, it's excess calories that your body doesn't need, but also it's making your blood sugar go through the roof, then it's going to drop dramatically. The body's going to crave more sugar to bring it back up again. So it's a vicious circle of craving, and that's where a lot of people who eat very high sugar, nutrition each day, that's what's happening. One sugary treat or drink is feeding into the next one and the next one and the next one. It's a vicious circle. How many calories you're saving just from that? And that's not even including how good you're going to feel. It'll boost your metabolism. Water will boost your metabolism. People don't realize, again, the impact water has. Remember, I said it's 75% of your body. So everything relies on it, every single system in your body. So if you're not drinking enough water, all the systems can't function right. And that includes every part of it, including what affects your metabolism. So if you're drinking more water, the body works more efficiently, the body recovers much better. The body is a better machine. It works much better as a machine. So that's going to raise your metabolism as a result. Okay? So it makes a big difference. And it's a transport mechanism for nutrients into your bloodstream and the muscles for faster recovery and results. So even just take, if you are eating healthy, and say if you take some nutritional supplements, which most people take supplements of some sort, those supplements cannot get into your system unless there's adequate water there, or the right kind of water. If you're not taking in the right water and enough of it, they're just going to come out and be expensive urine. Okay? They're not going to get transported properly into the system. So look at water as your major transport mechanism into your bloodstream and into muscles. So when you train, your body needs to recover. Muscles need the nutrients to be brought into water. So this is where this makes such a huge difference in every single area of your body and every area of your life. Water, something that simple, okay? But from a fat loss point of view and losing your pounds point of view, huge difference because it speeds up your results from training. And the big one, like I touched on a short while ago, is the detox. The detox effect is huge, okay? Huge, because no matter what you do in today's world, it's pretty much impossible for you to have a toxin-free life unless you live in a forest in the middle of nowhere which hasn't been touched by the Western world, because there's toxins in everything. Even just the computers like we're using, like this one right now, TVs, laptops, phones, iPads, a whole lot. MP3s are all transmitting radiation. That's going to give you toxins. Our foods are very toxic. There's lots of preservatives and chemicals being used in our food unless you're going organic or growing your own. If you're a meat consumer, you're going to be taking in lots of toxins through antibiotics and chemicals, and hormones are being pumped down, so you're taking all that into your system. Water even is very toxic because they put so much chemicals in to neutralize it, to make it have the right pH they want it to have, but it's still very toxic. So you can't avoid it. But what you have to do is you have to, pick as many of the boxes as you can to live a healthy lifestyle. Okay, and this is why it's so important for us to detox. I need to detox, and I'm a person who lives a very healthy life. That's why I drink 6 liters of water a day, because especially for detox. Even though I live a very healthy lifestyle, there are still toxins I'm taking in. Even if it's stress-based toxins. So there's always toxins in my body, even a lot less than most people. There's still a lot of toxins I want to clear. Because if you have toxins in your body, what happens is they can't function as it should. So the good stuff can't do what it should, and the bad stuff can't get out the way it should. So the body's in a bit of limbo. The body can't work as efficiently as it can. And the toxins just are grabbing the good stuff and limiting how effective they be. And the more toxic the body is, the less benefit you're going to get from all the effort you can be putting into your training and nutrition and everything you're doing. Okay, so it's really important for you to, again, focus on making sure you detoxify, or better word really is cleanse, because a lot of people associate negativity to the word detox, because people have had such terrible experiences with detox. Like, how many people here have been on a detox plan out of interest? It's a detox plan of any kind. Lots. Pretty much everyone. And that's not too surprising. Okay. Great. So water. So does that make sense to everyone in terms of water? I want everyone to be clear, because these, if you implement these, or when you implement these 5 steps, and these are 5 very simple ones you can implement immediately, okay? There's nothing stopping you. You're going to have a massive difference in your results. And these 5 steps are focused specifically on like a detox, a cleanse for the next 2 weeks, okay? Because I want you to get a rapid kickstart to the rest of the year, because we all need to shift the summer excess. I want to kickstart into the rest of the year. So this is what I want you to use, these steps, over the next 7 to 14 days. Feel a huge difference in your belly, in terms of ability. You want to have dropped your waistline, you want to cleanse your body, you want to feel more energetic, you want to have lost fat, okay? So here, understand the water as the first step. Because I want to make sure everyone's clear. And more, I think, was asking about water. Can you drink too much water? That's something that comes up a lot, and there's very little about whether you can drink too much water. And I'll qualify that in a second. If I was to say personally start taking in 12, 15 liters of water a day, most likely that's going to be too much for my body. My body will not be able to handle it. Okay, now my body will tell me to water intake, and it will settle down a little bit. Okay, it's like for me, I drink 6 liters of water a day. I go to the toilet quite a lot, but that's 6 liters of water a day going into my system. Of course, my body is going to be flushing it out. It has to come out. Water is the detox effect is huge, and it's really, really important, because if we have the toxins in our body, then the body can't function. So we want to be detoxing all the time. Okay? And if you're not detoxing, then the body's not going to work as best as it could. Robin, just let you know, I think maybe something on your side, because it doesn't have an impact for many others. So just make sure you close down all of your browsers, just have this open. Okay? So water is essential. So make sure you're going to focus on the water. Okay, next one. Plant-based nutrition. Okay, and this is a big one. This is one I've become very passionate about in the last 80, 90 months or so as well. Out of interest, many people on the call who are vegetarian or vegan. Okay, let's see, we got a mixture. So we got a few vegans, a few vegetarians, a few people considering it, a few people maybe actually don't even know what it is. Okay. Vegetarian is someone who doesn't eat meat, would say, but a vegan, the next level is any animal products whatsoever. Okay. Now something I've been a vegan now for, God, it's nearly 2 months or something at this stage. And 8 years ago, I would have been someone who consumed a huge amounts of animal products and animal protein, especially beef, especially when I was in bodybuilding. That's when I used to eat huge amounts of beef and dairy products and so on at that time. And this is why I've become very passionate, because the more I've learned about it, the more I see this is the way forward, and not just for fat loss and losing the pounds like this webinar is about. It's also hugely important for your disease prevention and also for your overall health and well-being and energy and many different aspects like this. It's really important. I've stressed to you the importance that you start moving more plant-based. Now, I don't ever tell anyone to move plant-based immediately. I don't believe in drastic change, because for majority of people, drastic change doesn't work. Drastic change usually means that they'll do it for a while and then they'll fall off the wagon. And when they fall off the wagon, they'll fall off the wagon in style. Okay? So for most people, and of course, like everything, there's exceptions, but for most people, it's important to make little steps in the right direction. Okay? And move more plant-based is one of them. Now, what I want to do in this webinar is just explain to you the importance of dairy and animal protein itself, okay, and the impact on the body from a fat loss point of view, okay. Now, firstly, just explain dairy. Dairy products. So milk contains protein, which is called casein, and this contains calcium. Now, these are chemically bound together. These need to be broken apart for proper utilization. And what we do is we produce digestive enzymes to do this, called renin and lactase. If over the age of 3 you do not produce these enzymes, now you have to ask yourself this: why does this happen? Why do you stop producing them? We're actually the only species on the planet that drinks milk as an adult. Not one single mammal drinks milk after their wean, except for us. Cows themselves don't even drink milk, okay? Just the calves. So it's like for baby humans, they drink breast milk for, again, 2-3 years. A baby gorilla drinks its mother's, the mother gorilla's breast milk, again, for a couple of years. Every single mammal does the same. It drinks its own milk for just a few years. Why? Because it's for building up really, really fast. Like a cow can go from 200 pounds to 2,000 pounds within 2 years. It increases tenfold. Okay? Take a baby. A baby in 2 years goes from maybe somewhere between 8 to 12 pounds at birth up to maybe about 20 pounds or so. 28 pounds maximum by the age 2. So that is certainly not a tenfold increase. So this is where we are not designed to take it in. This is where it has had such a massive impact on obesity levels, as well as health issues, which at a whole other webinar. I do a webinar specifically on dairy itself and why it impacts our bodies so negatively and why we need to get rid of it. So I would plead with you to eliminate. Get rid of dairy products. Start having dairy-free products. Because dairy is causing your body to store a lot of fat. Dairy is causing your body a lot of harm. But if we focus on our webinar topic here, which is to lose 40 pounds, if you cut out dairy product in 14 days, I can guarantee you, you're going to notice a dip in your body and on scales. Guaranteed. Because you're storing a lot of toxins because of the dairy products, because it's actually a glue-like substance, okay? And what happens is it's a glue-like substance that's in your body, and then when the good stuff is coming in, it's holding on to some of the good stuff and stopping the good stuff going around the body doing what you need it to do. Then what it's doing as well is, in terms of the bad stuff, it's stopping the bad stuff going out then as well, okay? So it's very important for you to get rid of the dairy products just for those reasons alone. If your body starts working at its optimum and working the way it should be, it's going to start losing the pounds. So this is where a big part of what I'm teaching you here is to start moving in the right direction, start eliminating some of the things that are causing you to have the excess weight. And like I said, dairy products are designed to grow the body at a very rapid rate, but for a calf, 10 times its weight. Okay, so this is where a lot of people are gaining weight and why it's stopping a lot of people from losing weight as well. Is that making sense to everyone? Does everyone understand what I'm saying here? It's a huge topic, something that I do webinars on for an hour or more sometimes, but we can only touch on it on this webinar. Okay, great, so it's making sense to people, great. So again, in terms of our losing 14 pounds, 14 days, cut dairy products. Start using things like, soya or rice or oat or nut milks, spelt milk now, in terms of milks. Yogurts, again, use rice yogurts or coconut yogurts or soy yogurts. These, again, use a plant-based, non-dairy source for your cheese, okay? There's loads of stuff out there these days. That's what's great, is that there is loads of choice. And it's not like before where it's very hard for someone to be vegetarian and vegan. Now this is actually basic, but you have to educate yourself on what products. And again, meat-free zone. The reason why I'm saying this again is that there's many reasons why I became vegan. A big part of it was for my health. And when I looked into what what is being done in the food industry and what's happening with animals, including chickens and cows and pigs and fish, it's a no-brainer to cut these out and go vegan. It was a complete no-brainer. Like one film actually that everyone should watch. I actually have it on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if we made a public viewing yet, but one film for everyone to watch, and this will make you change your opinion on meat, is Earthlings. I would recommend to everybody to watch that. And if anyone would want to get a link to watch a full feature for free, let me know, because again, I've got one on my YouTube channel, but I have to give you the link for it. So if you want to see it, just email us and ask for the link for Earthlings. It is a film everyone needs to see. If you watch that, I can guarantee you your view of meat will be very different, and for most of you, you'll probably never eat meat again, because it uncovers the truth about what happens. And as well, the amount of antibiotics and hormones and everything that's fed in, and they're actually eating themselves. You know, the waste products after they cut them up for the butchers, cut up all the fish or the beef or whatever it is, everything that's left over is actually been used for the animals to eat again, because why waste it, and it costs nothing, so it's cheap. And remember, the food industry is a business, okay? It's not care about our health. It's a business. Profit is what it's looking for. So wherever it can save money, it save money, okay? Who's this? Nancy, send me an email. So send an email looking for the link. It's called Earthlings, and I put the name of it in as well. So from the meat point of view, and this includes everything like chicken, turkey, fish, pig, everything, by us taking in all these hormones, and these hormones are designed to grow the animal. They can grow it fast, okay, because again, it's profit. We're taking in these hormones, okay, and also things like beef and so on, that they'll say super lean. It just means it doesn't have all the fat all over it. It's still got a lot of fat. Beef is a fatty meat anyway, just like lamb, it's a fatty meat anyway, okay? So it's important for you to cut these foods down if you want to lose fat fast. This is where I'm saying that these simple little things, if you can do them for the next 7 to 14 days, it'll give you a great kickstart. Now, you may not decide to ever go vegetarian or vegan for your life, or it may be something that, like me, it was a 7-8 year journey for me, going from a high consumer of animal products to being a committed being for the last 20 months or so. It's step by step, move in the right direction. So you want to focus on move in the right direction, okay? So I hope that makes sense. So eliminate the dairy and work on cutting down, especially over the next 14 days, cut down or cut out the animal-based protein sources, okay? Now, number 3, alkaline-based nutrition. So it ties in a little bit with what I've been saying. Like dairy, another thing with dairy and meat products is they're highly, highly acidic. So they make your body very acidic, okay? And when your body's acidic, it can't operate at its optimum. It's like, again, with water. If you're very dehydrated and your body's very acidic, you're in a terrible state. Your body's going to be storing fat, storing toxins. It's not going to function right. None of the systems will function right. And you're also wide open for every disease on the planet. So we want to move more alkaline, okay? And the more alkaline you are, the better. So it's focusing a lot on lots of the green leafy vegetables, like, you know, veg juice is fantastic. You know, here's a few becoming more alkaline. So one thing is starting the day with lemon juice and water. This is a very simple thing, because we are asleep and our bodies will become more acidic as we're not giving it the right water, we're not giving it food. So start the day off becoming more alkaline by having lemon juice and water. So get fresh lemon, proper lemon, and just put a few drops into water, or if you prefer, slice a lemon and put that into water. But start your day, that'll get your pH up and that more alkaline. Have a green drink each morning. That means just getting all the greens. Okay, I personally use a whole food nutritional supplement to get my green drink called 7.2. But you can make your own green drink. Drink 3 to 5 liters of alkaline water daily. The more alkaline your water can be, the better. This is where, you know, a lot of waters people are drinking, especially bottled waters, is terrible. So I'd say, you know, get your water tested and see, you know, how alkaline or acidic it actually is. Like personally, I use an alkaline ionizer. And if anyone wants more information on any products I use, or like this alkaline ionizers, again, shoot us an email and we'll send you on some details, or you can arrange to have a call. Drink a lot of water, again, just to, as I said, ideally alkaline water to get your body more alkaline. Have fresh vegetable juice every single day. Have a salad with one of your meals, or even more. Like I eat some form of salad usually twice a day at least, and I have juices and smoothies too. And eat good fats, like your nuts, seeds, avocados. Focus on, again, the good fats, because they're more alkaline based. And people often think, oh, sure, they're high fat, they're nuts, how can I eat them, they're very fatty. And this again is where the misinformation is. Nuts are really, really good for you. You need to eat nuts. They contain a lot of good essential fats, and if you eat this good essential fats, it makes your body work again at its optimum, makes all systems work, makes your body burn more fat. The key thing here is, it's like even the picture at the start of the lady with the jigsaw. There's a lot of pieces here. Getting in shape is not about just eating healthy and good rest. It's important for you to piece all of these things together. Okay, so eat your good. So does it make sense to everyone now about the alkaline-based nutrition and what you should do from an alkaline base? Again, it's a huge topic and one that we could speak about for a long time. Just checking here through questions. Keep the questions coming in, guys. Throughout the presentation, just ask your questions. Okay, great, making sense. All right, let's go on to number 4. So we're moving along here. Toxin-free liquids. This is a big one. We touched on it earlier on a little bit with water, okay, and how important it is to drink lots of water all the time. But here's a big one, and especially what you see in this picture. And it's going to disappoint many people. Many people like to have a bottle of beer or a glass of wine each day just to see it chill out. And for me, it's a terrible habit that has in people's lives in the last 5 years or so, where it's, again, day ends, kids are in bed, work's over, here's time to chill out. Here I reward myself with a nice glass of wine and relax, or a bottle of beer. Now, I'm not against any relaxing, rewarding, that's no problem, that's fine. But the damage it's doing to your body is huge. There's different reasons. Let's take alcohol first. This isn't the only toxic liquid I'm talking about. But if you take alcohol, one, if you have alcohol in your system, you don't sleep. Okay? Drink even. Your mind cannot reach rapid eye movement, which is the most important phase of sleep. It's really important to hit rapid eye movement. If you don't hit rapid eye movement, you haven't got your sleep. This is what if you drink regularly, always feel tired and always feel lethargic, no matter how much sleep you get, because you're not getting that deep sleep. So that's one very important thing. It impacts you in many ways. Even take from the fat loss point of view. If you are not getting rapid eye movement, you're not getting sleep, your results can be very slow, because rapid eye movement and sleep is where your body gets the recovery. It's where the body gets the results. Okay, so it's very important for you to get good quality sleep, because if you don't, it doesn't matter how much exercise you did, it doesn't matter how good your food was, it doesn't matter how good your mindset is, even if you're not sleeping properly and getting high enough quality sleep or getting enough of it, your body's not going to recover as fast as it should. Your body's not going to burn as much fat as you would like it to burn. So it's really important to decrease the alcohol consumption from that point of view. Plus, alcohol makes you consume more calories during it, after it, the next day. Think about if you've had a session, think what you eat the next day. It's never too pretty. It certainly isn't a salad. So alcohol makes a huge difference. So for the next 2 weeks, I would stress you, have no alcohol. Make it an alcohol-free zone for the next 2 weeks. Okay? Is everyone committed to that? Those that drink alcohol, because I know some people don't drink alcohol that are on the call. Anyone who drinks alcohol, are you committed to for 2 weeks, the next 14 days, to drink none of it? Because it will make a dramatic difference to your results, and especially in the belly. Anyone who's conscious of their belly and wants to lose fat off their belly, this will make a huge difference. When I pretty much near enough gave up alcohol when I was about 2021, the difference I saw in my stomach within weeks was unbelievable, truly unbelievable. So it will make a huge difference. Now, other liquids you need to look at as well are things like coffee and tea. Okay, one, to dehydrate is to take water out of your system. So even though you're making them with water, it's still they dehydrate. Okay, they're diuretics, and coffee in particular has a lot of toxins in it. That again, if your body is very toxic, then the body can't function as it should. It can't burn as much fat as it should. So cut coffee out, cut teas out. The only one to have will be green tea, because green tea is a thermogenic, which means it helps you to burn more calories, and also got loads of antioxidants. And the more antioxidants you can have in your body, the better again it will work. Okay, again, it's another important piece of the jigsaw. Antioxidants, which you find in fruit and vegetables and berries, makes a huge, huge difference to the results you're going to get overall. Okay, so very important in terms of how the body detoxifies itself too. So again, focus on cutting these out. So coffee, tea, alcohol, of course, your Cokes and your energy drinks and your Red Bulls and your Powerades and Gatorades, all these things. As I said earlier, they just contain lots of sugars. And if you consume lots of sugars, the body is just going to end up storing fat. Because that's what happens. These sugars have to go somewhere, and they end up storing as fat. Okay, so I'm sure this point was a bit disappointing for many of you, but is everyone committed and ready to cut these out? Even those of you who don't drink alcohol, I'm sure there's maybe a cup of coffee, drink teas, all these things, they just make a huge difference, okay? So please, if you're serious about getting results, and that's what I stressed at the start, how serious are you about achieving results? You know, drink green tea. Green tea is brilliant. So drink green tea. Green tea, as it says, is thermogenic, and also it is loaded with antioxidants. Okay, so all these things help your body in a massive way. All right, so lots and lots of green tea, lots of water. They're the two liquids you should be consuming for the next 2 weeks. I keep a record in my diary of how much water I drink each day and how much green tea I drink each day. Again, remember, I live a pretty good healthy lifestyle, pretty controlled one. But again, this is where the discipline comes in, the discipline to note these things, the discipline to do these things. Okay? I used to drink a litre of Coke a day as a teenager, every single day, a litre at least. Between 17 and 20, I drank a lot. I used to go out 4 in a week and serious partying. So I know what it's like to be in that zone, and it's hard to get out of it sometimes, but to decide how much do I want this. As I cut these things down, I started becoming healthier, started drinking less and drinking less Coke and eating healthier food and getting more active. I saw the results. It's more important for me to get in better shape and to get good self-esteem and confidence and good self-image. It was far more for me to do those things. That's for me to, have the temporary, short-term pleasures that Coke or alcohol would give you. Okay? So think again long-term. Last but not least, exercise daily. Really important. You might find it strange that we're on about losing pounds and this is the last thing. But the thing is, your nutrition is what determines how effective your exercise is. If you don't have good nutrition, you can exercise all you want. You will not achieve the results that you want. Okay? And this is a problem for so many people. There are many people who are exercising 2-3 hours a day, 6 days a week, all year round, have hardly any results. 2 reasons. 1, they probably may not be doing the right kind of exercise, and if you're not doing the right exercise, you're not going to achieve the right results. Okay? Or 2, they might be doing the right exercise, but they're not balancing the right nutrition with it. Like if you take people who are on our coaching programs or who are members of our Cover Model Body Boot Camp, they're doing the right exercise. They're doing the right exercise programs. They're doing the most up-to-date exercise strategies for fat loss. But if they're not doing the right nutrition programs, the results will be minimal. Because it's so important you get the right nutrition, get the right exercise. So to give you just a quick few tips on exercise in terms of what's effective and what you should do, first thing is exercise first thing in the morning. Now for some people that may not be possible, but what I'd say is if you can't do a full-on workout first thing in the morning, even just get up and do 10 or 15 minutes. Like a workout can be only 10 or 15 minutes. With many of our clients, that's all we get them to do. The key thing is intensity. It's all about how hard you work. How hard are you working? So intensity is the key. But if you exercise first thing in the morning, it has a huge benefit for many reasons. 1, the only source of energy for your body to do the workout is fat. It's the only source of energy. So the body can only burn fat. There's no carbohydrates there. It also sets you up for the day in terms of your energy levels, and your productivity will be through the roof. You will have very productive, focused, positive days after starting your day with exercise. And the other thing is in terms of your overall calorie burning and fat burning for the day will be a lot higher because your body, the metabolism is raised to a very high level after your workout in the morning. And once you eat correctly throughout the day and eat regularly and eat the correct amount and type of food, it will stay up. So you will burn a lot more calories on the day you exercise first thing than the day you don't. And this is where either your main workout, which the max I would advise people to do is like 45 minutes, the maximum 45-minute workout either first thing in the morning, or if you don't have time for it, even get up and just do 10 minutes, just to stimulate your metabolism. Remember, you've been asleep for 6, 7, 8, 10 hours. The metabolism is pretty much dead by the fact you've got a heartbeat. So it makes a huge difference if you get some exercise in first thing in the morning. And as I said, all it means is getting up 10 minutes earlier if you don't have a lot of time. 10 minutes. It's not going to make a huge difference to your day in terms of impacting it negatively. It will make a huge difference to your results. Okay? Does that make sense, everyone? In terms of the exercise first thing in the morning, because that's important. important you understand why you should do that. And as I said, commit to these things, okay, guys? Now, it's up to yourselves. Like I said at the start, the image of the finger pointing at you. If you don't do these things, it's up to you. I can't force you. I'm educating you here on what you should do. It's up to you to do it, okay? So make sure, again, you take the time to go and do it. Okay, good stuff. So, another thing as well, in terms of the exercise, effective exercise, it's important for you to get a mixture of cardiovascular exercise and resistance training. If anyone here is not doing resistance training, start doing resistance training. Resistance training overall has the biggest impact from a fat loss and toning point of view, because you burn calories 24/7 because the body is in a constant state of repair. You also burn more calories, more muscle mass you have, without needing to be freaky rating, but the more muscle, the more fat you're going to be burning. Okay, it's the only way to get tight and toned. So weight training is huge. It's really, really important that you do weight training. Cardiovascular wise, focus on short, intense exercise. Don't do your typical workouts that you get in the gym program where you're doing like 15 minutes or 20 minutes steady on a bike, then go onto a treadmill, then go onto a cross trainer, then maybe do a few sit-ups or a few machines on the weights. Intensity is the key. This is what I'm saying. You could do 10 minutes or 15-minute workouts first thing in the morning. You're making massive difference to your results if they're intense. Like with cardiovascular, go hard for 15 to 30 seconds as hard as you can, and recover for a minute, 2 minutes, then go again as hard as you can, then go easy, then go hard, then go easy. Make sure you focus on intense effort, short time period efforts. And the resistance training, make sure you're going to your maximum. If you do more reps, it means you're not going to your maximum. You need to make sure you get pretty much to your maximum in a single set. Okay, is that essential? On the exercise, intensity is the key. Okay, intensity is the key here. That's what's going to get you the results. Okay. So we're going to do a quick recap, and there's been lots of questions which we're going to answer shortly, and keep firing your questions in, guys, okay? So recap again is water, and implement these steps. I said to you, it's up to you to do it. These will make a huge difference to your results. You, depending on your situation, you will lose 14 pounds in 14 days if you do this. Or like I said, if you're reasonably lean and in decent shape, you can look to lose 8 and up to 7 pounds. That's what I'm personally aiming for in the next 14 days, okay? Because I'm already in pretty good shape. Water, so again, to detoxify, to cleanse your body, get rid of all the toxins, get rid of all the water retention, okay, to make your body work more efficiently and more effectively. Metabolism. Plant-based nutrition, cutting out things like the dairy, which are toxic, which are acidic, which are storing toxins, which are making your body work far less optimally than it can, okay. Makes a huge difference. Designed for fat gain, designed for weight gain. Animal products, animal proteins. You're getting in all the antibiotics, you're getting in all the hormones. This is a huge impact again on what way your body is impacted in terms of a fat burning or fat building point of view. Alkaline-based nutrition plan. Get your body alkaline. The more alkaline your body is, the more efficient the body is going to work, okay? In terms of from fat burning point of view, but also from prevention and health. Toxin-free liquids. Cut out the alcohol for the next 2 weeks, next 14 days. Focus on doing that. Cut out the Cokes and all the soft drinks, sodas, tea, coffee. Drink only water and green tea. Daily exercise. First thing in the morning, ideally, that makes such a huge difference to your results. Okay, huge difference to your body's results. First thing in the morning, and also make sure it's effective. Focus on intense exercise, cardiovascular and resistance training. The bottom line is time's running out. Okay, we want 14 days to focus. 2013 is only a few months left. And you can end 2013 not in the shape you want and having to do the usual New Year's resolution, or you can over the next 14 days really focus, follow the 5 simple steps I've given you, and then use it as a kickstart to go on so that by Christmas you are in exactly the body you want to be in. This is a quote I always like, a slide I always like, just that you have 24 precious hours every day. It's up to you how you use them. How are you going to use them? Ask yourself that every single day, every morning, every evening, like before you go to bed this evening. How are you going to use your 24 hours tomorrow? It's up to you. It's totally up to your choice. And we've covered a lot in this presentation. I hope you found it really beneficial. And it's your choice what you do with it, whether you're going to implement it or not. Now, as I said with many of the tips, they're full subjects in themselves, which I spend hours coaching on often. And I really would love to help you even more, apart from even the fact that you get on our webinars every single week. Some of you are on every single week, but I would love to spend 3 days with you, 3 whole days coaching you at Formula for Success Live. Now, before we go to your questions, I just want to speak briefly about this. And Formula for Success Live is my incredible 3-day event where you get to spend 3 whole days with me and my coaches, and we spend 3 days coaching you and educating you and inspiring you and motivating you on how to get your own personal blueprint for success, so that you too can live a vibrant, fulfilling life. Because you deserve it, you can do it, but you have to take the right steps. And there's so much you can learn. Like, I'm sure, and if give us feedback, I really appreciate feedback into the question box. How informative have you found this presentation? And it was only like 50 minutes, the last 50 minutes or so. Think how much we can fit into where we'll have days of 8 to 10 hours. 3 whole days. We're going to be feeding you with so much information, and also doing workshops and also doing Q&A sessions. As I said, this is where you leave your personal blueprint and your formula for success. The formula for success is that if you can get your body and mind into the right shape and health, and your overall health improves dramatically as well. If you get the body, mind and health sorted, it will impact every area of your life. Your relationships, your professional life, your wealth creation, just your overall happiness. As I said, a vibrant, fulfilling life. This is what you deserve, and this is what you can achieve, and this is why I want you to attend our Formula for Success live event. It's taking place November 1st to the 3rd in Castlereagh Park Hotel, Limerick. Now, if you can't get to Limerick, don't despair. You can attend via live stream. Okay. Now, at the moment, there's limited early bird tickets. We made early bird tickets with substantial savings available, only a certain number, and they're nearly all gone. So if you want to get to the venue, you can save €100 by only paying €97 to attend Formula for Success Live. If you want to attend via live stream, so it's via your computer like this, but you get to see us, see me speaking and so on, it's only $27, which is about €20. And that's all you have to spend. That would be rising up to $97 very, very shortly. I'm just going to put the link in here. If anyone has any questions about the event or anything that we cover in the presentation, start typing your questions in, okay? But this is an event, if you're serious about achieving results, if you're serious about living the life of your dreams and living the life you want to live, an event you will attend, whether it be at the venue or whether it be via live stream. Okay? So, guys, put in your questions about either the event itself, any questions you have about it, any clarification you might need. Donald, actually, I see you're on. I sent you an email earlier just clarifying some of the points about the event for you. Look forward to having you at the event, I'm sure. So any question on the event or the Twitter would be great. I'm just going to go through the questions box now, okay? So as I type in your question, I'm going to say a little question. So Emily, you're saying, finding if I lose weight after 2 C-sections, what is the best way to try to control my stomach? Okay, good news for you, Emma, is even though you've had 2 C-sections, in essence, rip your stomach to pieces, and I'm sure the doctors told you will never recover your abdominal muscles, ever. Tell me if you did or not. But the reality is you can. I've trained clients before who've had 3 C-sections, once they created 3 C-sections. Her stomach was in pieces. Like, it looked terrible. But we got her on a specific exercise nutrition program, and over the course of a couple of months, went from hating her stomach, being totally self-conscious, to actually putting a photo in a bikini, and you would not have known she had had even 1 baby, not to mind 3. She also went on to win the Body for Life competition, and she also now competes regularly in bodybuilding competitions and physique competitions. And that's after 3 C-sections. So Emma and anyone else who's had babies and had C-sections or whose stomach is in a bit of a mess, don't despair, it can happen, but you have to take control. You have to, you have to take action, and consistent action, or else it's not going to happen, okay? Let me see. Judy. Okay, so Nancy and Judy, shoot me an email if you need clarification or anything. What else we got here? Patrick is sweating in the gym, that's good. Keep working hard. Let's see. Robin, hope all's good with you. Lorena from Hawaii, great to have you on. Glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for all the feedback that's coming in, guys. Great to see the positive feedback. And I always love to see it. You can keep your questions and comments and feedback coming in. The feedback's always great, guys, so just feedback put in. We said about the too much water, Morris, so I hope that made sense to you. What's better? Flush your body with water like we do our excretions. I always ask my clients what they flush their toilets with. They usually laughed and of course said water. Exactly. That's a great point. But we don't do it to our bodies. This is where water is so powerful. Anyone who wants a link to that video, send it to me. Send me an email. Who's this? Niev, I think you're still on, are you? This is Niev, and don't have your second name. What should you eat for dinners if not eating meat? One thing here actually is the protein myth, okay? The myth about protein is you need to eat with every meal because you need enough protein. If you don't get enough protein, your body's not going to function properly and feel emaciated and so on. This was a big reason why I consumed lots of meat when I was in bodybuilding, because that was what you were supposed to do, especially if you wanted to build muscle. Now, from studying it intensely now for the last 8 years especially, but in general 17, 18 years, I now know that everything contains protein, and you do not need a fraction of protein at the same meat. Okay? There's protein in every kind of food, and first to eat is stuff like chickpeas and kidney beans and all the different types of beans and lentils and vegetarian protein sources in terms of some manufactured products like that, tofu, seitan, let me see, nut butters, avocados, all these things contain protein. So a typical day for me, for instance, would be I'd have porridge with nuts and seeds put in it, and I'd have oatcakes and nut butter, could have a tofu stir fry, could have hummus and avocado sandwich, might make a smoothie. There's loads of foods you can have. You just have to try different foods that maybe you haven't eaten before. But don't feel that you have to have meat. You don't. Like if you make a chili con carne or a curry or something like that, just use kidney beans or chickpeas, like chickpea curry, or kidney beans for like a chili con carne, or you could get vegetarian mince as well. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Thanks for the kind comments again. Who's this? Mora. The only supplements I'd recommend for alkalizing the body is called 7.2. If you want to find out a bit more about those products, just shoot me an email and I'll send you on some details about them. But they're the only products I recommend in terms of their best products, and they're alkaline based, so they're fantastic and highest quality supplements I've ever seen, and they're the ones I use. So just shoot me an email. Great comments. Can't lose weight from my lower body, being told it could be down to too much metal in my body. I've tried using metal detox, but it's not working. Any ideas? Maura, implement what I've gone through with you on this webinar, and I guarantee you'll feel a difference. Let me know as well over the next 7 to 14 days, but implement these things. There's many different reasons. If you can't lose from the lower body, it just means that your body's not working as efficiently as it should. It's storing toxins. It's probably got stored water. It's just fat that's in your lower body you want to get rid of. Losing fat's all about increasing your metabolism. And if you increase your metabolism properly and you get rid of all the toxins in your body, it will come off, okay? So implement the steps that I've shown you, and implement the steps like you read in our emails and other webinars then as well. Robin, yeah, that's a live streaming as well. So it'd be great for you to go. If you can't come over, because maybe you might be able to get over to the event live, you can attend via live stream. At the moment it's only $27, shortly it's going to $97, so go and grab your live stream ticket now. That's what I advise you to do. Who's this? Sherry, glad you enjoyed the webinar. Again, make sure you implement, take action. Emma asking about eggs. Again, if you want to go 100% vegan, eggs would not be included. Again, they're taking on what the chicken is fed so much chemicals, antibiotics, and even water to blow it up so it sells more and to make more money. You're taking that in through the egg. Okay? It's like even for a mother. If a mother is totally unhealthy and smoky and everything, the child, if she's bearing a child, the child will have a lot of problems because of that. Okay? So same thing. It's basically an egg is basically like a hen's period, basically. Might sound terrible, but that's what it is. Great that you're motivated now, Niamh. Okay, great stuff. So guys, if you haven't already grabbed your ticket for Formula for Success Live, again, it's November the 1st to the 3rd in Limerick, Castlereagh Park Hotel. Make sure that you get your ticket. I said early bird tickets are nearly gone. It could give you substantial savings, so why wait? Why pay more in possibly only a few days than buying now? So just go to www.formula4successlive.com/book-now. Okay guys, great. Thanks for being on. Really appreciate all the great comments. Hope you've really enjoyed. Now make sure you go and take action and achieve great results. This is Dave Sheehan, founder of Formula for Success and high performance coach. Look forward to having you on again on next week's Formula for Success weekly webinar. Again, 100% free every single week. So look forward to having you on, and appreciate too if you spread the word and place a comment too on our webinar registration page. Alright, signing off for this week. Have a successful one.